Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my epilepsy vlog. Today I want to talk about with you how to log your seizures, because obviously when you go to the neurologist for a checkup, they're always ask when your last seizure was, what happened, etc, etc. So today I'm going to let you know how I do it and how I think it's a really effective way of doing it. So you can either make your own one of these up or buy one on Amazon. So what I do is I've bought this book. They're not that much. I think I only paid about £5 for mine. It's an epilepsy logbook. But today I'm going to work you through what the page is saying in case you don't want to get one of these and you just want to make your own diary up if you can't afford to get your own logbook. So I'm going to go through the questions with you and go through the diary with you so you know exactly what things you should be logging when you have a seizure. So right, so at the front of the diary, if you want to make your own, at the front of this one it's your personal information, just like you've got in any diary, your emergency contacts, an emergency contact too, so you could make a note of that and put it in your pocket or your handbag or your diary if you want to just get a cheaper one. Then there's the doctor's information, and then this is a good one, it's doctor's appointment log, so you know that you can't lose any of your appointments if you do get one of these diaries. So put all your appointments in there, because I'm one for forgetting my appointments. I know some of us suffer with our memory a lot, so that's a good tip. Put them all in. It says date, time, reason of visit, and then a little note at the side. So if you can't afford one of these again, or you don't want to get one of these, it's basically just lines, a margin with the date, time, reason of visit, and a note. So that's at the front of the book. Now then there is a yearly seizure tracker. So then it's got all the months and the days in the month. So then when you have one like me, you can see I had quite a lot on that month and that month. You tick the month and the date, and then you can see a pattern then in the in the months. When you go to your neurologist, then it's got a clear date of when your seizures happen, what date, and there's a pattern. You can see if there's a pattern in the months. Mine's usually around my menstrual cycle. I get clusters, and we saw a pattern of that. So that's that. But now I'm going to show you what it actually asks when you actually log your seizures like I do. So at the top of the page it says seizure log. So then you put your date, the time it happened, the length if you know it, and then the location. So for example, home, bedroom, watching TV, something like that. So that's your first thing you should make a note of if you haven't got one of these diaries. So the date, the time, the location, and then what type of seizure was it? Was it a partial seizure? Was it a focal seizure? Was it an aura? Was it a grand mal seizure? You know, just try and describe what sort of seizure you had if you know. So, and then it goes on to what happened during the seizure and any injuries. So I said on one instance that I got really hot. I turned around and felt like a tingling in my body. When I realised what was happening, I walked to the stairs and I shouted down to someone. I was still in the seizure because I couldn't understand what the person was saying. So that was my little description of what happened in one of my seizures. And then it says, describe, if any, aura or warning. Did you have an aura or did you have a warning? And then I described my warning is I got really hot and started tingling. And then it asks, how do you feel after a seizure? How did you feel after this seizure? How long to recover? So my answer to how did I feel after the seizure was, I was tired, really tired. So them are the 4 main questions. So I'll go through that again. Seizure log, date, time, location, length, and what type of seizure. Then, what happened during the seizure / any injuries. Make a note of that. Number 3, describe if any aura or warning. Number 4, how do you feel after the seizure and how long did it take you to recover? So them are your 4 questions. So make a note of them on an A4 piece of paper, you know, if you don't want to get one of these diaries. And then there's little boxes you can tick in my diary. So I'm going to go to first. Seizure observations. What do you remember from, and was someone, did someone observe the seizure? So there's one called, a column called awareness, right? So there's boxes you can tick. There's alert / fully aware. Responded to voice. Did you respond to touch? Not responsive, or was you confused? So that is in the awareness. See? That's in the awareness bit. And then it goes on to speech. And little boxes at the side for you to tick. Was your speech normal? Was you unable to speak? Did you have slurred speech? Did you have jumbled words? And then there's a blank where it could be other. So in this one for speech, as you can see, I put jumbled words, and in other I put could not understand. Then you've got the movements column, and there's lots of other boxes you can tick here. So in movements, you could put, if you haven't got this diary, with a little box at the side to tick, whole body jerking, that would be a grand mal, legs moving, arms moving, hands moving or twitching, I get that a lot. Walking and wandering, I get that, that's what I tick for this one. Chewing / lip smacking, you know, a lot of people do that with a focal seizure. Eyes twitching, and fell down / collapsed. So that's your movement bit. This is really good for logging all the different things that happen, because the neurologist will be able to tell what sort of seizures you're having and what part of the brain they're coming from, just from the parts of your body that are moving and the parts of your, you know, your hands or your legs and all sorts of things like that. So it's really good to make a log of everything to help them, because they can work things out just by the location of things that you're moving. Right, then there is possible triggers. So for this, with little boxes at the side, there is stress, lack of sleep, flashing lights / TV, recent change in medicines, illness or a fever, heat / overheated, menstruation, skip to take medication, or specific sound. And then at the side you can say what that sound is, and then there's other for you to do a little description if there is another thing. Then finally, after the seizure, there's little boxes at the side for, was you alert? Was you confused? Was you tired? Was you injured? Was you irritable or agitated? Was you off balance / unsteady? So you can tick them boxes, and there's other again. And then just at the end there, notes for self and doctor. And that's it. If you want to do a really good log of your seizures to help your neurologist and not get confused when you get there, or you struggle to remember, you don't need to. Take this or your own made diary to your neurologist, and you've got it all there, all logged. So this is my one. This was on Amazon. It was about £5. It's really good. But like I say, if you don't want one of these, then you can make your own up. You know, it won't take long. Just do one page and get it photocopied, and then you can just fill it in every day. So I'm going to do another video just with a quick summary of this. I'm not going to walk you through everything. I'm just going to go through the questions so you can quickly write it all down if you want to and not have to listen to everything in between. So I hope this helps you to log your seizures, and I hope you all stay safe and you're all improving. And please subscribe to my channel to follow my story or get more tips on everything epilepsy and my journey. And just comment below if you want to ask me something or you want to comment on this video. So stay safe everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.